Hello and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to show you a new matchup, of course again against my Mortar bait deck with the Hero Musketeer again. We're going to be looking at this matchup, which I think in my opinion is one of the craziest ones. I have no idea why they're running that, but we have the poison in the usual Archer Queen Piggy cycle. To be honest, we have the Fireball, pretty nice counter against the Royal Hawks, but other than that, we have a pretty horrible matchup. Him having the Royal Delivery against our minions, he has a faster cycle than us, he has the poison against our Musketeer, so this is gonna be a super rough matchup. We're gonna have to get crazy value of our evolutions, and let's see how I won that. If you have any other questions, just put them all in the comments, I'd be happy to answer. And of course, guys, as always, if you want to see different things, just put them all down and I'll be happy to answer or give you any tips. We're gonna start off. So we're gonna, of course, fireball the piggies. We do not really want to be using our troops here because we're gonna get way too much damage. So even gonna go here, right there, important, really important to notice. Guys, we are immediately using our mortar, even though we do not know his deck, but it is totally alright because we're in single elixir. He just used his win condition, which means he cannot punish us opposite. And of course, I do have my skeleton barrel in cycle. If I did not have my skeleton barrel or knight in cycle, I cannot go for this mortar because he could just go for an archer queen like he did right there. Because I know him running piggies, he could have archer queen, which maybe is because this interaction is totally horrible for us. Look at this, archer queen is completely healthy. And this way, only because of the skeleton barrel, I can go for that, because now I can go for a good skeleton barrel. He's going to use his ability and he's going to use his ice spirit, and it's still going to be taken care of. I'm going for the safety skellies here just because I didn't really care. But if I had just like any other cards in my cycle, this would have not been possible. Because minions, for example, they will get taken out immediately from the Archer Queen ability, and it would be completely healthy if I had the Barbarian Barrel, same thing, but only the Knight and the Skeleton Barrel can be dealt with here. So I just noticed he has freaking poison, man. I am so freaking mad because like there's no way he's running poison in that deck. You're usually going for Earthquake, of course. I'm going for the most horrible mortar. Do not care about this one. It was a slip up, guys, I know. Gonna again go for the fireball, gonna go for these skellies, and then I will just go for my knight. Do not really have anything other in cycle, and we just use the skeleton barrel opposite. I went for the skeleton barrel opposite because I thought we would have to apply a little bit of pressure so we could get a little bit more value from the mortar. Unfortunately, I did not know the interaction that we would completely lose our knight immediately there. Should have gone for the knight ability instead of the barbarian barrel, I believe. There we're just gonna continue pressuring, going for the evolution barrel. Gonna get a +2 trade, really nice. And now we're just gonna think he has poison, super important. We do not cycle our musketeer on the right anymore. And of course, guys, we do not want to go just completely bland with the evolution mortar here. We want to go for it like split up usually, or when we have like a counter push coming, we want to be using that too. Again, here gonna be using my fireball. Should have gone for the barbarian barrel. Then I could have gone for the ability on the left. Maybe would have been a better play. But this way we get a nice counter push again. Gonna go for my knight too here. To be honest, in this matchup, it's gonna be super difficult. He has to like slip up. He has to do a mistake, or we have to be like get a really nice interaction. And I believe we get that sooner or later. Otherwise, we would not win that if he plays it correctly, using the delivery every time on the minions. And yeah, this is a complete horrible matchup. But right there, look at this. We get a fireball on the queen and on the piggies. Super bad from him. We are gonna take the risk of him getting the ability right there, because I know if we go for anything more, we're gonna get a bad interaction here. So now we have a really nice situation. We are up by elixir. We have a nice push going. We're gonna go for the mortar in the middle right now. Just switch it up here, and he's gonna take out my what is it called? My my musketeer on the left, but I do not really care. I want to focus on the right now because he used his delivery earlier. He does not have it in cycle because he used it on the skeleton barrel, and now we can get nice value from the minions. Look at this. A little bit of tip, really, really important. He still used his using his cannon every time on my skeleton barrels, which is nice for me because then I know my mortar is gonna get nice value. And again, to know, I'm going for my evolution mortar right now because I know he just used his cannon, the nice counter against my mortar, and he used the archer queen on the other side. So I know my mortar's either gonna force out like a poison right there, or it's gonna force out a lot of elixir on defense, and it's gonna be super annoying for him to deal with. And now I also go for my knight ability. We have a nice double lane counter push and the evolution mortar on tower, super great. I'm also gonna go for my musketeer opposite just to force out a little bit more, and also gonna go for the knight here. Gonna distract another couple of shots here, super amazing, and that's gonna take us the win. Super important here, he just used, when I had my evolution mortar in cycle, he used both his great counters against my mortar, his cannon and his archer queen. Both were dead or on the opposite side, and there we could get really great value from the evolution mortar. Continue defending it, and of course always going opposite, really important in this, especially in this matchup. And of course in any other game, when you have the evolution mortar, you do not want to go it just at the bridge, guys. Normally with the normal mortar, you want to go for it at the bridge, maybe let it die, force a little bit out on defense and get like a nice counter push after defending. But right there with evolution mortar, you want to always cycle. Before that, you want to go for maybe the musketeer in the back or something. And then you want to go for the evolution mortar when you have a dual lane pressure push or something like that, because evolution mortars will most likely force out a big spell or something. And if you force out a big spell on the mortar, you will have, of course, no value for going like for a musketeer next to your mortar. And therefore, we're going dual lane pressure push. So I hope you understood a little bit about the matchup. We're always saving the fireball, really important to know. We are saving in, of course, most likely in single elixir, because in like double, triple, we're gonna have the knight pretty often against the archer queen. But in single elixir, really nice interaction going for the skeleton barrel on the archer queen. So also, of course, guys, the musketeer should not be cycled in the same lane as he wants to get damaged, so we do not give him poison value. And forcing out the barbarian, the royal delivery or the cannon with the skeleton barrels, also pretty nice in double and triple. After that, we can get value from the minions or the mortar aggressively. Of course, guys, with a nice knight minions push after he using his delivery is always going to be giving us great value. So I hope you understood this matchup a little bit more. If you have any tips for me, of course, guys, I'm not playing perfect, just put them all in the comments. I'll be happy to discuss whatever you want with you. And I'm gonna see you tomorrow too, to another video breaking down another matchup. It's also helping me, guys. I'm doing this not only for you. It is really great, like focusing on what is important and also seeing my own mistakes. Of course, there are super many different ways on how to win this matchup. There's not a specific way. It's like chess, guys. There are 100 different ways on how to win something. So it is super nice to see like another insight. If you have any other tips for me, of course, put them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. Have an amazing day. Have a nice Christmas. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this, so hopefully you had a nice Christmas. And yes,